Hello and welcome to Nemos War in about 3 minutes. Technically it's a game for 1 to 4 players, but I'm only focusing on the solo mode. Playing time is around 2 hours. It's a pretty complex game. It's 1870 and the world is deep in the industrial and colonial age. Captain Nemo, the legendary inventor and deep-sea explorer, has other ideas about the future. Will you guide Captain Nemo on a quest for great scientific discovery, or wage war against the colonial powers? At the start of the game, you will build a deck of event cards. You win once you reach the finale card and resolve it. Your final score is based on Nemo's motivation, and that determines how well you have done. You lose if any ship resource reaches 0, or if you need to place a ship and all oceans are full, or the notoriety track gets too high. Narrative. This game has a lot of story elements. Push your luck. Taking risks when rolling dice are the key to this game. Tile placement. Where you place ships is very important. Player turn. Each turn starts with drawing a card. These can be one-off events, cards you can keep, tests you have to make with dice, or acts that advance the game. The core mechanic in this game is rolling 2d6 and adding modifiers, mostly from risking ship resources. This card is difficulty 9 and allows you to risk Nemo and crew resources to add +2 each to the roll. If you pass, you get to keep the resources you gambled, but if you fail, you lose them. There are some other ways to modify the dice after you've rolled, but they are scarce. Next you roll 2d6 and get a number of action points equal to the difference between the dice. If you roll doubles, it's a lull turn and you can only spend action points you have saved, but many actions are cheaper. Then place hidden ship markers in the oceans matching the dice rolled. If an ocean is full, you can place in an adjacent ocean, and if all spaces are full, replace a hidden ship marker with a ship token from the bag. You can attack a ship either with stealth or directly. Warships get to attack you first and can do damage to the Nautilus. Then you get to attack them back. Sunk ships can be claimed as salvage or added to the tonnage track for victory points. Sinking ships can increase your notoriety, and as that goes up, more dangerous ships can be added to the ship bag. Here are some of the other actions you can take. Search to get treasure tokens. Rest and repair to recover spent resources. Refit to use salvage to buy upgrades for the Nautilus. Incite to reduce notoriety and place uprisings. Adventure to turn over an adventure card and choose if you encounter it or not. And finally, to move the Nautilus to another ocean. You don't have to spend all your action points each turn. Why would you like this game? Nemos War is designed from the ground up as a solitaire experience, and it shows. It feels like a solo game for solo players, and I love that. There are a lot of adventure cards to encounter in the game with unique illustrations and flavor text, and many ways to refit the Nautilus. There are also so many unique ships, which makes the world feel very real, and the game's tension constantly ramps up as each new chapter adds more ships and dice per turn. The core gameplay is very satisfying, and knowing when not to risk a resource on a roll or how to manage your scarce dice manipulation resources is huge. The best thing about this game is the different motivations and how they change scoring. Playing Nemo the Explorer is a very different experience to playing Nemo at war. However, this game is deceptively deep and complex, and understanding how ship placement works and how to utilize it to your advantage will likely take a few plays to get to grips with. Until then, you can easily be overwhelmed in the third act by the ship spawn rate. The game is listed as 1 to 4 players, but the co-op mode seems very tacked on. Nemos War is pretty unique, but if you want to get into solo gaming and want something a lot simpler, try Hostage Negotiator. And if you want something even heavier, check out Command Sharia. Nemos War, 20,000 thumbs up. If you enjoyed this video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and check out our Patreon.